Hacker's Nest is not an homage to the 80s Cold War sci-fi film War Games, starring a very young Matthew Broderick. The escape room shares the basic idea of the Hollywood film, but it turns it completely upside down, and it does so with conviction. The setup is straightforward. You're a special agent, and you have to gather all your computer know-how to stop a hacking genius who has planned to set the world aflame. The hacker has taken over a bunch of American nuclear missiles, and he's about to launch them over Russia. In fact, you only have 60 minutes before it's too late. The hacker himself is long gone, and you have to investigate and explore his rooms and find your way to the main computer and stop the impending global disaster. When the door opened to the hacker's one-room apartment, we were completely awestruck. The room is decorated to the nth degree with plenty of atmosphere, so much that it actually feels like you step into a real room, a real hacker's nest. First and foremost, it's quite messy, as if it's been left in a hurry. Coke cans and McDonald's food are left on the desk, computer magazines too, and nothing but ketchup and energy drinks in the fridge. Giant posters nearly cover the walls and tell you all you want to know about this overgrown teenage megalomaniac. Marvel superheroes, Batman and semi-nude ladies are all around. And then there's of course all the computer equipment, a handful of proper laptops, desktop computers, circuit boards, monitors, it's all here. It's trashy and not glittering and new, and it makes the room feel authentic and immersive from the very get-go. And what's even greater is that the set decoration is not just there to be admired. You have to investigate, you have to explore it, because you need to use much of it in the puzzles. From the tea kettle and the mirror to the contents of the trash can and the windows, even what's outside the windows, in the real world outside the escape room, it all plays a role here. The puzzles in Hacker's Nest are tough. As beautiful and immersive as the set design is, as tough and frustrating the puzzles are. Perhaps due to the trashy and authentic decor, the puzzles oftentimes feel like finding a needle in a haystack. For instance, you know you have to find a particular computer thingy, but you stand in front of a massive amount of computer thingies that all look more or less identical to you. That's frustrating. However, once you have found the needle in the haystack or the computer thingy, you nearly always know what to do with it. Very quickly, it becomes quite apparent that Hacker's Nest is a linearly designed room centered around 5 consecutive CDs that you have to open and decipher on the hacker's laptop. They not only guide you through the puzzles, but also inject a real sense of hacking into the game. Every time you succeed in accessing a new CD, you feel like a hacking genius yourself. And not just the hacking works brilliantly, there are many creative puzzles here too, involving food and water, lights and lasers, sound and pictures, even animations. During the game you find several personal belongings that you have to decode as well, like a proper detective, and it's all great fun, but it's also very difficult because the signposting in the gameplay is kept to an absolute minimum and nearly drowned out by the messy, trashy set design. Still, somehow, the string of complex puzzles does make sense. See, the hacker in question also suffers from short-term memory loss. This means that he has constructed this elaborate treasure hunt for himself, so he wouldn't forget the codes and the passwords if he should suddenly regret the decision about blowing up planet Earth. And what's even more admirable is the fact that in the end, Hacker's Nest also manages to tell a story through the puzzles. Slowly you're led to the sad conclusion about this criminal mastermind, creating a character and even character development to some degree through the puzzles. That's quite an achievement. According to our game master, Hacker's Nest is the toughest escape room in Europe. She told us so with much pride, and throughout the game we felt that she tried to keep it that way. Hacker's Nest is the escape room with the lowest completion rate because the chamber wants it to be. In other words, the hints we were served were not really hints. They were usually misleading or puzzles in and of themselves. Several times we also felt that the Game Master deliberately stalled the game for us, stealing precious minutes away from our game time by, for instance, making us summarize what we'd just done or where we thought we were going. In this way, the Game Master was the most frustrating element in the gaming experience. The feeling of constantly running into a solid brick wall and communicating with an unhelpful, even deceitful ally. That's bound to reflect badly not just on the Game Master but also on the tough puzzles. Who on earth wants a gaming experience like that? Gaming, also escape gaming, should be about having a good time, feeling the flow, feeling immersed in the game. But thanks to the Game Master here, all of this was replaced with frustration. So, we didn't solve the room or stop the nuclear disaster on time. We couldn't, or more correctly, we weren't allowed to. But our Game Master very kindly asked us if we wanted to finish the game and get 20 minutes more. This is a kind service actually, even though it was sort of clumsily integrated into the game, or actually not integrated at all. In our case, the game stopped at the 60-minute mark, like it should, because the Earth blew up. The background music and lighting effects were also stopped. Then our Game Master entered the room and asked if we wanted 20 minutes more, and then we could finally move on with the game. A better and much more subtle way of doing this would be to offer the extra game time before the original 60 minutes ran out. In this way, the players would stay in the game world, in the immersion. This was not the case in Hacker's Nest. There's much to admire about Hacker's Nest, from the overwhelmingly immersive rooms to the inventive but tough puzzles that let you become a hacker yourself. However, you need to love finding needles in the haystack, and then you need to explain to the Game Master that you want actual hints during the game.